Hello traders, it's Nikos here. I'm going to do our outlook for today and for the end of the week, of course. And I'm sorry that we couldn't have the live session today. They will cut the internet for about 3 hours in 50 minutes from now, so I have to be quick. The Euro US dollar, as we all know, of course, is still moving up. We have support here. The price bounced, and we were waiting for this, ideally for this daily 1, 2, 3. It looks like we'll get this retracement now, and if that happens, of course, we're looking for bounces to trade longs, but we don't have to worry too much about it. This won't happen today, okay, or tomorrow. So if the price really retrace, it will take like at least 2 days, 3, and then another for the bounce. Now on the 4-hourly chart, here it looks differently. We still have support, and like it did before, it could be that the price bounces on support again. Here I mean that it bounces again like it did here, and that we have a bounce and a break, like a 2 to 3 line break, and then of course the short scenarios or the bigger retracements on the daily are out for now, and we have to focus on the longs again if that here happens, and this could happen later on today, so keep an eye out for this. Other than that, nothing so far. Of course, the target's the high of the weekly chart, the 139 area or 38.80 area for now. Okay, other pairs on our watch list. Cable, again, we saw the bounces and everything, but the price is still stuck on support on the 4-hourly chart, so we don't have a confirmed new short. We had an entry here, and we had a candle here, we had a break. The price did not create a higher point, it did not move higher than the spiking candle, but it was a 1, 2, 3. So if somebody took the longs here, stop is below, no profits yet. Hopefully it's turning around. Okay, and I will talk about this later on, about scenarios like these. Euro yen. So yesterday, it's a very, very good example. We had a 4-hourly 1, 2, 3. We had a 2 to 3 line break. Higher time frames are pointing up. Everything is pointing in our direction is long, but still after the candle close, what happens? You want to use a broker that actually closes candles late, like GKFX, for instance. It's a good demo account you can open and then watch the chart. So the later it's closing, the better. Why? Because look at that, we want a good candle, and a good candle means it has to close in the upper third of the candle. It didn't do that here. The price from yesterday, where it was somewhere there in the live session, it came back down here and really below the middle of this candle. So that was not an entry candle, and the price retraced. Yeah, so we didn't take this one, so no longs for now. And if you look at the daily chart, it looks more than in the end like a short than a long, but that has to be confirmed. So we need again this red candle closing below the 2 to 3 line here. We didn't have entries here because the candles were not good. We might get one here. So if we don't get any, if the candle is going up again, then we have a range here. So what we do, we don't touch anything, wait for the price to create new highs, and then again for 4-hourly 1, 2, 3. So ideally now for daily 1, 2, 3. Okay, if we try 2 times it doesn't work, we leave it. So right now, no shorts, no longs. See what happens. On GBP/JPY it's different. Here we had a good candle. Yeah, we had of course a big move already and early entries and aggressive entries down here, but there was another 1, 2, 3, and yesterday there was another good candle. It closed in the upper third, so we could have taken this long. Okay, price came back with a stop down here. I took this trade, actually I got stopped out here. Okay, so the thing is, this, I didn't say that yesterday for reasons, because I want people to start practicing, but this candle appeared late, right? It was like 3-4 hours before, or 5 hours, 4-5 hours before the before the open of the Asian sessions. And if we trade 4 hourly charts and we get entries in the evening in our time zone here in Europe, right? In the evening, usually what happens, even if you have a nice 2 to 3 line break, these candles are moving much slower or even against you during the Asian session, because the Asian guys want to see the price that they missed when the price moved up, right? So usually they're trying for a bigger retracement, not always, but usually. So if we get a 4 hourly candle before the open, the Asian open, markets are usually slow. And what happens, sometimes they retrace too much and even hit our stop. Sometimes they're only ranging. So ideally, we want, when we trade the 4 hourly charts, to trade these candles during the London or the US session, because then we have more volatility usually, and if the price really wants to go, it will go quickly. Okay, so just a reminder, and it's a very good issue, and we will talk about this again live next week. Okay, USDN. On the USDN, again, we have this range price between the 633 and 200, and it's still retracing. Okay, so ideally we want a bigger retrace, we want the price to come back to down here. That would be great. Yeah, but right now, because nothing is really going on, the market is not continuing the big trend, it's a little bit ranging, even on the especially in the lower time frame, so we have to wait, break, or let the price move down, don't touch it, and if it reaches this area, then we look for a bounce. Okay, the USD CAD, we had a daily 1 to 3, a late one, and now we want to wait for this 1 hourly 1 to 3 as discussed yesterday. And as you can see, this exploded up. Sorry, I'm speaking fast and trying to make the video before the internet is gone. So we want to see this retracement back to the 36 EMA ideally. Yeah, it would be great. Better, of course, you see one on the 4 hourly, because this was steep. And then you have again a long entry, or you combine it with your 5-minute chart, just following the rules. Now on the daily chart, it still looks good, but because it's late and we already had so many entries, that's why you want to wait for the retracement, and you can target the highs for the first and second lot, and you leave the last lot and manage it on the monthly chart, actually trying to target the highs from 2006. Okay, GBP CAD still going up, will find resistance, is finding resistance already here, and that is very important. So if the price, as long as if we are long, that's not a problem. Yeah, you're expecting this higher points. In case the price comes down and does this, then of course you want to make sure you look for 4 hourly shorts and hedge up existing swing longs. I know that many of you have swing longs since down here and up here, so we hedge it up, trade against it, and leave the position, the longs only open, if you want to manage this trade on the weekly chart and expect a bounce later on again. Okay, so hopefully, I mean, that won't happen today, I guess, or tomorrow, but for next week it's good to know. Now we also have some other pairs that we are looking at. For instance, CHF yen, as I said yesterday, if you want to split the risk, if you see these pairs are moving in the same direction, so you got signals here on GBP, JPY, Euro, Yen, so you can split the risk between all of them if you want to trade, or you just pick one. In this case, again, you got another 4 hourly, the second, a third actually, but what happened again before Asian open, dead markets more or less, and during the Asian session it came back and retraced and would have hit probably your stop. Okay, if you were to take this, just remember the candles on the 4 hourly chart, trying to trade during the London and US session, not too late, only if it's a really powerful trend and everything is really up and up and up, or down and down, depending on the direction of the trend. Aussie CHF, again, we're waiting for this. We have a 4 hourly in making right now, a little bit steep one, so if that happens, you can try it out and target the lows down here, of course. Yeah, otherwise Need to wait for this break, but this again is a range, so it won't happen probably until next week. And then GBP New Zealand dollar is again in, as I said, in this range. We cover this because some of you took longs aggressively bounce trades. Still the targets are here, between here where the price is right now and the highest points. Okay. Again, Euro New Zealand dollar, again because of the resistance, now that the price went up here, you've taken profits probably, hopefully. Don't touch it until it's really getting out here, support and resistance. Okay, great. Now if you have any questions about a particular pair, because we couldn't do the live room today, send them over per mail. Otherwise, I see you next week and have a wonderful weekend.